notes. Okay, now who's here?
Hi, Peter.
Aaron, you there? Here's Katie. Okay. Where's Katie?
Lexi, the light is like a AI thing across your head. Looks like you're wearing one of those virtual masks.
Katie, we had a 12, right? Not 2?
Yes, 12. I was a type. I guess I didn't hit the one when I was sending out my other email because I was copying and pasting, but I was editing the first one.
Okay.
My apologies. But the title of the email says starts at 12.
Okay. Okay.
So hopefully
Right.
I got it.
There's
Sandy
confusion.
said
All
she
the
might be
important
running a
over
little
here.
late because she forgot about it. Huh? I missed that.
All right, we're going to start setting up this Sandy, some automation so that this doesn't, everyone's getting on constant reminders. There's Sandy. All right. Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Hello. Good morning. Hello.
you weren't really late. I thought you meant like 10 minutes late.
I was on the phone, so
Ah, okay.
Okay. So everybody phones down. Let's focus on how we can create some wins with AI.
Let's
Is
get,
that me texting?
I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
my automation texting. That's my AI stuff doing something. I'm like,
Oh,
who's
look
texting?
at that.
It's me. I set up.
you're texting me though. Oh, it's
yeah, I
me
know.
and you binging at the same time, I think.
Yeah. All right. So I
Not good.
actually set up an automation because we have on 777 Johnson, there's an apartment. How'd that text come out?
I got it 4 times.
Okay.
What does it
Good.
say?
It's in the face.
It says, oh wait, how do I do that? Oh, I don't think you're going to be able to see it,
Yeah, we're
right?
not gonna be able to see
I
it.
can see what I sent out. All right. Basically, what I just asked it to do 30 minutes ago. It's sending out. I hear it just sending massive text out. I'm losing control of it. So,
5 times.
so, what?
5 times. It just sent it to
Okay.
me.
I'm gonna shut it down.
Yeah.
The system's breaking down.
Okay, sending
yeah.
it to everybody who has an accepted offer or
I'm saying it to everybody 50
Showing.
times. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it did it. Everybody's getting it 500 times. I think it stopped. Let's see. All right.
No idea what you're talking about.
So I set up an automation for my listing at 777 Johnson,
Okay.
where when the lead is when the appointment is confirmed, my system reads the text message and sends a message to the agent, because when you get the confirmed message, it has the agent's number in there, and it sends a message explaining that there's a tenant that lives there, and here's the Matterport. If you can't get access, here's a link to the Matterport tour.
Oh. Pete, I should mention something about is that in the basement?
What?
The apartment.
The apartment.
No,
Part of it is
I
not
don't know.
really.
It says next to the kitchen.
Yeah. The door, it's walled off, but it doesn't matter. This is not what the topic is about,
That's true.
the house, but it's, um,
But why is
But-
it going to 5 times?
Right.
because I will find out. I may have screwed it up. I set it to start from here on out, but then I said, please go back and anybody who has a confirmation, send them a message. So it might have read it when reading, because I created something that could reads all my iMessages. So it might be reading it 5 times and saying it out 5 times. So I have to see when someone confirms now if it goes out once or 5 times, then I got to tell it whether or not it's doing it wrong.
Pete, you're in the
I'm
wrong.
wondering though if it's picking up like you didn't get feedback and then the message gets sent, if it's sending it like
No,
that.
no. Yeah, because we didn't get showings yet. We only had one showing. All right, so how is everyone using AI since our last meeting? What's being used?
Hey Jen, Sora,
Okay,
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, Sora.
ChatGPT.
okay. For what? So let's start with when are you using these products? So let's say, Karen, when are you using Hey Jen?
When I was too sick to do a video,
Okay.
I told it, I was like, oh, this is what I want to say. And then I just had it make a quick video about sellers. So
Okay.
I had already set up the avatar and played with it. It still comes off very, I don't know, not me, like not no intonation in my voice. It's very monotone for me. And you could to me, I could tell when I see like all of these GPL type like the gelatin ad for weight loss that's going on, and you see all these stars and well-known people, and even like regular people, you're like, oh, that's AI, because there's no excitement in their voice or whatever. But I did get a couple of people that commented on the video, so at least I'm getting something out there.
Yeah. And you could always just embrace it, especially if you're using it for content. Be like, real Karen's sick right now. This is me telling you about
Yeah.
whatever. Or like
Still
real
wanted to
Karen,
get my message out, but you didn't want to see me with my red nose.
real Karen's in pajamas with a glass of wine,
Yeah.
you know.
I
Okay.
love seeing Karen in pajamas with a glass of wine.
What, you'd like to see that?
Yeah. I mean, come on, your EJPJ's videos look great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but there's no wine involved.
For next
What?
Next
So,
year.
okay. So give me something new. So Karen, Hey Jen's new for you since the last time we were
Yeah.
on here.
Well, I had it, but I wasn't really using it. I think I've used it only a couple of times. So, but I used it also to create a picture that I used um, in my print ad too, because I wanted to change it up. So, yeah, I'm playing around with it a little bit more. Um, it's just quick and easy if you like don't like the way that your hair came out that day and things like that. So, but I want to delve more into it and see what else I can play with it. What do you use HeyGen for?
So I use it to send videos quickly, or like where like sometimes I'm like, all right, I got to get something out. I want to get a cookie box out or whatever, and send that out. We're gonna create a workflow for Zillow leads. So when the Zillow lead comes in, we email them a video. We're playing with the idea for the distressed properties to when we get the leads to send email videos out. I really like it, and I'll use it for like this stuff, for like the weirdness of it too, like posting a video of from HeyGen. Like I like just showing that I know they know, but it's kind of I like showing that we do this stuff. So things like that. So but building out those workflows are the next step. You could think like, how do I automate? How do I create an experience quickly or with as little friction as possible so that I can create an experience that is unique without adding an hour a day to my workload.
I'm thinking I should have done that with my holiday cards in Nassau County, because instead of sending out the cookie certificate that's in CenterReach,
Mhm.
I sent them the Oreos from Amazon, and a few people thanked me, but I think a lot of times the gift tag gets lost. And I'm wondering if I should have sent a message going, hey, just wanted to wish you a happy holiday and make sure you got that I sent you a little something, so maybe they would have been aware.
Right. Yeah, I love it for those things. But I would like everything that you're playing with, I would start asking, how do I make it my life simpler? There's two beautiful things about uh AI. One, you can expand your thinking. You can quickly problem solve things. And I think a lot of people are missing that part. And also, like, how do I create as little friction to the experience I want to create as possible? Um, so I would always ask myself, what does that look like? And a lot of I like to play with myself. A lot of it gets clunky, but you can hire someone to create that. Like our favorite AI tool that we hired somebody to do is I probably have to talk to Jamie, 70 times a day. I used to have to talk to Jamie 70 times a day. Like something comes in, I got to tell Jamie. Or she's got to tell me. With handling the client and trying to dispo things. So now, if a phone call comes in, it immediately goes to dial pad. Dial pad transcribes it, figures out the summary, and sends it to Jamie. As long as it's business related. If it's a personal phone call, it filters it out and doesn't send it. And it just sends her personal phone. Peter had a personal phone call, and it items out the punch list that she needs. So like and just yesterday I realized how relieving it is, because I got a call. I had to tell her. I said, you know what? It was like I need something done in like 2 minutes. I said, you know what? Let me see what happens. And she read the transcript and she did it. And I got to keep going and doing what I had to do. So there's a lot of cool stuff like that you can create. How many people are using AI to challenge their own thinking or test if what they're doing is good, or what are doing it, or there's any way to do it better?
I am.
Me too.
A
Okay.
little.
Little
How
bit.
so?
Little bit, yeah.
Okay, give me an example.
I'll go. I do it a lot of personal stuff, more, but it is making me, I think, let me see how to say it the right way. Not speak better, because we had this conversation the other day, but maybe change my thinking a little bit. So if I was thinking one way and this is all to it, I have a little outside the box, whether it's with my mom, her doctors, my daughters, or other agents or whatever. Um, like diarrhea of the mouth, and I don't do that anymore, or try not to. So I chat GPT a lot, just to, hey, if I say this, or how do I say this? So I'm trying to expand. We'll say, think outside the box. That's, yes.
Okay.
I don't know
Like,
if it's helping. I think it is, but I think so.
okay. Are you asking, how do I say this?
Yes.
Okay.
How do I communicate it? Here, Chris Dolger is a perfect example. Chris, I'm sorry about the loss of your mom, right? That's simple, whatever. But I wanted to make it just a little bit better, nicer. So I chat GPT'd it. I changed a little bit of it, but I mean, it sounds stupid that I did that, but
No, it's not at all, because you want it to come from the heart.
right. But I don't want to sound stupid at the same time either.
Right.
So I chat GPT'd it and I put some of my words and some of chat GPT into it and sent him a nice heartfelt text and spoke to him, but at least like it sounds dumb, but I did it. Like I do it for everything, just about. I feel like I do it for everything.
I wrote a blog today with it. I told my VA to write me a blog. She didn't do it the way I wanted it. I went back in, took her model, and I said, I want to include this, this, this. I included sales and things like that. And then I sent it to her and I said, this is for Babylon. Now I want you to do these 3 towns, telling ChatGPT to use the same layout as this. You're going to have to do the research for certain things because ChatGPT can't pull that information. But this is where I want you to go with this. This is the template. And she sends it to me, and then once a week on Thursdays there'll be a blog on another town. Makes my life that much easier.
Is anybody, so it sounds like, and Lexi, I'll ask you too in a second, but it sounds like we're asking AI to help hone what we want to say in the best possible way to the outside world, and maybe maybe it's a blog post or text message or email. Do you think it would benefit you guys to actually talk to the AI system that you're using about how you see certain things or what your goals are, and ask it to critique it as an expert in whatever, and maybe change because we're all locked in our way that we think we're right, and all we know is what we know, right? And the beauty of this is this has the expansion of everything. So where are we stuck? Where are we locked in? Where are we not seeing something that might be right in front of us because we're stuck in our forever way of thinking? And
I
we
think
have the
that I'm sorry.
okay.
If I start something, what I'll do is if I don't see any reaction, I'll say, I'll ask it, I'll say, here is what I've been posting. How can I reach people if I'm looking for sellers? How can I reach people that may not be looking at it? How can I change this to get in front of more sellers looking, or potential sellers looking on Long Island? And I'll ask it that and I'll tweak it from there. Is that what you mean?
I mean, you can go as deep as you want to go. Like, I want this is what I want for my life. Help me work backwards from it. And this is what I'm doing. Am I doing everything in, be my business coach, or be my, life coach, understand this is what I want to accomplish, or this is what I want. Do you see any holes in the way I'm thinking? Or is there any mismatch in what I'm doing versus what I want? Where are my self-limiting beliefs? Where am I not seeing, especially if you're in ChatGPT or Gemini for years, you can literally just ask it, knowing everything you know about me, where am I holding myself back?
I do that with ChatGPT right now, where I'm not sure, and I do this business and personal, where if I'm not sure what to say or how to say something, I'll have a conversation with ChatGPT, pardon me, to make sure I'm trying to get across what I'm trying to say better. And we actually have a conversation back and forth as to it's how I'm trying to say it, and how I'm trying to not placate. What's the word? I'm trying to see it from everyone else's perspective, but sometimes it has to be looked at from where I'm sitting myself, and also the opposite. So trying to just view those different perspectives, ChatGPT gives that insight, and it also challenges you to think outside the box a bit more, maybe go outside your bounds, which is really nice because typically we don't do that. We tend to think of it as our one perspective. So being able to get that outside from the AI can help us in certain aspects, especially.
Yeah, I think that's great. So you could go as deep as asking how would you categorize my personality type and how am I best communicated with, and where are my biggest challenges with the way I am or I communicate, or my personality type. And
Right.
then also, and where do I excel? Where am I so like you can really help understand yourself. And I do that with my clients too. I'll take a whole transcript of a sit down and I'll ask it, I had this sit down with my clients and I'll say, tell me how to best communicate with each, the types of personalities they have and how to best communicate with them, how you think they want to be communicated with. And it'll lay out based on them saying this and this is how they want to be communicated with. Tends to be what they're afraid of. Like some people need safety and they want to be every step outlined. Some
Right.
people need short communication. They don't want that each step outlined because they feel like you're talking down to them. So like dropping that in there and understanding like how I communicate is important, because I'll see my own limits in if someone's communicating with me in the opposite, the way that I want to be communicated with, I think they're wrong. Like, why aren't you communicating? Why are you being short, getting to the point, and getting off the phone? Not really, like, because that's my moment, my personality type. And if I think they're wrong, then I'm changing everything I think about them. And now my communication is failing. So now I'm not able to do the things I want to do because I'm stuck in my own bullshit. Right. But once I understand that this is how I like to be communicated, doesn't mean it's the right way. And now that I know that, I can relax a minute and go, actually, what can we get out of this conversation that can aid the both of us? Because I've learned about myself. Does that do anything for anybody?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Of course.
It also is a great teacher. It's
It is.
beautiful. I have such a good time driving and having conversations with Chatty or Gemini or Grok. All right, what else is being used? What are the tools that have changed, and what can be added?
I've been using Instagram's Meta AI for my postings, for my scheduled posting. So I'll have them set up to go out at a certain time, whether it's AI posts or just regular postings. So then that way I don't have to I don't have to have the alarm on my phone. I know that they go up at a certain time, and it's an alleviant because I don't have to switch from what I'm doing. So if I have appointments throughout the day, I don't have to worry about, is this post getting out today? And it alleviates it. I make sure it's posted. I have everything already done, the description, the editing, everything's already done with it.
Okay, nice. Anybody else? Is anybody
I
playing
haven't really gone outside my box. I've mostly just been using ChatGPT.
Me too.
okay?
But I do
Yeah.
really love your idea. I want to ask it how to maybe better myself, maybe put it to a challenge of challenging myself with it, asking how I change maybe an aspect of my life that I don't necessarily like or am comfortable with. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
definitely gonna go
cool.
for that and see how it goes.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Okay. Have you guys thought about like what automations or what thing is caused the most amount of friction for you that you would like to change if you could snap your fingers and make it happen?
Say that again.
Like what could you automate in your life that's like one step away? Because it's really just thinking about what you can do and then figuring out how to do it.
Picking the people to call each day.
Okay. So like not knowing who to call, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So do you want it randomized for you? You want like, would you want a system? What would you want that to look like?
I don't know. I mean, I would love if AI could go through my contacts and find everybody's birthday and tell me whose January birthday that I can call maybe. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like yet, but you just
Okay.
asked a question and that's what popped
Yeah.
into my head.
So the first thing I would do, I would go to anti-gravity, maybe, or you
Like
can ask Gemini how
anti-gravity.
to do it, but this is a developer tool. Uh, let me say, I'm just going to talk to it. If I was to drop a list of contacts into you, can you build out a workflow that skip traces their information and gets me everybody's birthday and builds out a spreadsheet of everybody's contact information by birthday? And what would the budget need to be to create that? Just put that in low. Oh, wait. Give me 3 ways in which you can build this out. We'll see what it comes up with. But it could be that simple. You just start playing with it and figure it out. Like you ask yourself those questions and then things appear, you know?
Yeah, so many times we leave our ideas in our head, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then you'd be like, well, how do I create an AI that keeps the ideas out of my head? Like doesn't let them holds on to them. Like I had like, and I'm just saying I think it's good to talk about this to like think out what to think out because I'm always like, all right, how do I automate it? Stella has medicine she's supposed to take every night. Sometimes she forgets and I forget to remind her. So I went in here and I told it what I wanted to do, and we figured out how to at 8 o'clock at night. There's an automation that sets up through Go High Level. She gets a text message with a cat or dog pun reminding her to take her medicine. 10 minutes later, if she doesn't say I took it, she gets another message. 10 minutes later, if she doesn't take it, she gets another message. If she doesn't respond to any of those messages, me and her mom get a text message after that.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. So this is I've put together a plan for your birthday enrichment workflow. Finding birthdays at scale requires specialization tools since standard skip tracing usually focuses on phone numbers and emails. I've outlined a ways to build this out, ranging from agentic search, accuracy focused, to API driven, speed focused. Budget overview for 1,000 contacts, search-based $350, API-based $600, with a $99 a month credits, hybrid $450, batch data plus agentic workflow. So it's possible to build this out, and you have to decide if that would make you. So let's say it costs you, let's say, what did it say? Search-based, $350, no subscription, 10 cents per contact. So let's say it's going to cost you $500 to do that. Do you think you would make, you got to make 4 times, 2,500 bucks. Do you think you'd make more than $2,500 if you implemented that and did it? And even you can probably build a automation that does it. Then you can literally just hit proceed and and then follow its requests to do it, and then it's done, or hire somebody to build it out for you. It costs a few more dollars. But all that stuff's like right at our fingertips now.
Right. Okay. And you used what? Anti-gravity? That's a
And
new.
it's a desktop developer tool by Gemini.
Okay.
And you can ask Gemini how to do this stuff or ChatGPT, but this will actually do it too. Like it will connect. You'll have to follow the instructions of it because you'll need other services to plug into it, but it's a powerful tool. Or you can go on Upwork, post, this is what I want, and have people bid to you that whether or not, on what they can do and give their credentials, and you can hire
That's
somebody.
like a Fiverr for AI.
It's a Fiverr for, there's a lot of technical, very skilled people on there.
Okay. I think my first question has to be is this is where I am. This is where I want to build it to. What knowing me, what do you think I need to do? I think that's my first question for this month.
Okay. Yeah. And keep asking questions with those answers, just keep going.
Where should I focus my time and my energy? Who should I use to get there and things like that?
Yeah. What tools am I missing? Is this automatable, and how much? That I love, like I'll have an idea and I'll just open up Gemini or ChatGPT and I go, all right, I got another idea. What if and I'll just start going, and then it'll tell me what's possible. And I'll just keep talking to it. Like, all right, well, can I do that? Like, that's how the idea about the thing we do with Jamie is. I'm like, how do I go, I had 100 phone calls today and I got to get all this information to my people. And I'm like, is there a way to take it from this to this with my cell phone? Or do I need this? Or do I need this? I'm like, what do I can? And it just gave me a few ideas, and like we were walking through it, and then I came to like this process. It doesn't have to be this too. It could be just like work, fun. It could be hobbies. It can be, how do I want to expand my mind? How do I want to live? What am I missing about the way I live?
Right, like I'm planning this thing in Vegas. Like, how do I make this as easy
Yeah.
plan as possible? That's going to be definitely something I'm going to ask it to do.
Right. Or what experiences if I was to take a day to live outside of my person and challenge my way of being, what activities would I take that would put me out of my comfort zone? And you could take a day and have your out of the comfort zone day, and do something that doesn't fit in the box you've been living in, and you get to try something out that you may hate, and that's going to be a fun story too. Is anyone using Chat LLM, like the website builder and any of that stuff that I've shown a few times back?
No, I don't understand it.
What about Notebook LM?
What does the LM stand for?
I don't know. Language model, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I know LLM is large language model. That's what like an AI is. So it's probably notebook language model.
I used
I
it,
do the LMA. Leave me alone.
I used it to review the notes from Peter's initial meeting with Casey and James, and it was very insightful. And I could actually search for everything within the conversation. So if I had a question about what exactly they were looking for, and if I couldn't see it, because sometimes it's hard to find the exact topic you're looking for in the conversation, but you can search to find it with keywords, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would have a conversation with it too about what went well, what didn't, what was the process of my sit down with them,
Right.
because that's some of the things we're going to talk about at our Zillow meetings is, what does the sit down look like? Why are we doing it? Why is it beneficial?
Right, of course.
Is anyone transcribing their conversations?
I finally got mine charged.
Okay.
I'm using it Saturday, and hopefully I can get my other person, but here it is.
Oh,
Full time.
no. Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, that can be a life changer. There's so much to use there. Once you pull, especially with Notebook LM, if you drop in Notebook LM, you use all the summaries that you have in there. You can drop it in ChatGPT and have conversations about those conversations. An hour and more of back and forth about someone's goals. There's so much to extract from it using these tools. I've learned so much about my communication process and skills from recording my conversations, my negotiations, my persuasions, my arguments, my relationship, like everything. You get to really dive deep on what you do well, what you don't do well, where you missed. Like I had a great read on I had a really stressful deal for one of our flips. It was like 15 phone calls and really like high wire negotiations and stress and like trying to hold everything together. And then I got to like drop it in Gemini and see what I did well. Like what can I teach people? What didn't I do well? Where did I miss? Where did I drop the ball? Where did I, and a couple times they told me I spoke at too high of a level. Like I was using bigger words. I was like, when I was talking about legal stuff, I shouldn't have been speaking with words that I was speaking with, for that gentleman, you know. And so now like that'll be in my mind next time I'm in that exact moment where maybe that would have made the difference in that like everything could have been perfect and that one little moment changed everything, you know. And we don't know where those moments are for us. That moment can be, how many we've all had clients that one relationship equaled five other deals, which might have equaled five other deals. What if there was one word that you said wrong that stopped that domino? Or how many times did you say one word that stopped other dominoes? Right? Dominoes we don't even know about now. And we get to kind of like review these things. That's why we're doing it with Zillow and we're doing it with Dialpad, because it's great to really have self-reflection on what we're doing. These tools allow that. That it's really cool. Did I freeze everybody in this? Am I?
We're taking in what you're saying.
Listening.
I think Lexi and I are going to sit down and have a quick conversation with Claude just to test it out.
Mhm. Yeah.
Make
Have
sure it's
fun.
working, and then see what it says about our conversation.
Yeah, well, in there you get to pick your you get an automatic summary, but then you get to pick your summary. So I have buyer summary, seller summary, inspection summary, and so on. So like you can have these custom thing. I have psychology summary. Give me the way to communicate with these people. So like, and you can have in each one, you can have six summaries. So if you want the communication one, you want the inspection one, you want like whatever one you want to, you can have all the different ones in there.
And what does it do then? It checks for those questions so that you can say, tell me what I did, what I could have done better.
Well, yeah, you prompt it. So let me come into, let me see if I can.
Psychology summary.
But you wouldn't put it back into Claude, right? You would put it into like ChatGPT or something?
Either way you want. It uses ChatGPT. But I may want it. I like to use Claude for the recording and the quick summary, and I can send it out to my team. or copy it and drop it into Notebook LM so I can do quick searches. But you can set the summary for whatever you want. So like they have hundreds of summaries that are pre-made, and it's just prompting, you know. Or you can make your own. Like I made one for inspections. I made one for, I would like to know how to I forget what I said, but basically I want to understand how to persuade and communicate with the people in this conversation. And it tells you how you should be persuaded with too, by the way. So you get to find out how to charm yourself. So because it's pulling in everybody. So that's interesting to find out how someone can charm you, you know.
You can tell that just from listening to your conversation.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. You can ask it where it fits in all the different personality scales. You know, if they're a high D, high I, an S, you know, all those things in the disc profile. Yeah, whatever you want. We're in a world where you get to just pick what you want. I would also suggest, like, when you get these things, and you have these conversations, get them into Notebook LM and play with the things you can make and send them to your clients. They're pretty cool. Like just being able to send them, let me go into comment. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Notebook LM. So building the business culture playbook, PocketPete concierge. So like
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, let's go right there.
what? Florida? No, that's not for
Yeah,
me.
let's go. Because I heard something last night.
Um, so I got to send this to, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
To my clients after my sit down for the listing appointment. And I had it 15 minutes later.
Wow.
And this just took it from our conversation. These are things I said.
Wow.
It didn't have my face. He put a
Yeah.
handsome guy in there, but it'll make a diagram. So like here's the path that we talked about on how to get them where they want to go. Everything's in there.
Amazing.
And then it said a number like 150, like they may get it, put as much as 150,000 in their pocket. I didn't want them to hear that and then not get it. So I changed it to $100,000 plus. So I just went back in and said, I did the infographic when saying how much equity they have, just put 100,000 plus. And then it made a new thing with it. So you can adjust that. Makes a data sheet. All this is just from me dropping the conversation in there. It's true. I mean, it makes a video, which you guys have seen before, but like being able to set up a video.
One family's massive decision, ditching New York for a whole new life in Florida. That single question kicked off a huge journey. So what was pushing them to make this move? Okay, first up, the New York squeeze. Let's look at what was making life there just so tough. Professionally, things felt like a total scam. They literally called the whole thing a big Ponzi scheme.
So like you're literally sending them their whole conversation in a cartoon about what, like quoting them, where they're going to go, what they get to do, where they're going to be happy.
Life.
Wait, let me interrupt you for a minute. So you took this whole conversation and Claude, you taped the entire thing. You were probably there for 2 hours talking
Yep.
about it.
Yep.
And then you put it into this and they
Yep.
recreated the entire conversation?
Yeah, I'll see if I can do it for you real time.
And like you didn't do anything except for drop it in there?
Yep. So, all right, so here, let me just grab I'll just grab this, an old one, right? I'll just come to this one. I'm going to copy transcript, notebook LM, coming into notebook LM, create a new notebook. So like, now look, I can drop in, let me just come back. I can drop in files and go to my Google Drive. I can drop in YouTube sites if I want to study differently, but I'm going to drop in the text, done, insert, it processes it, and there it is. Now I can go, where did they want to move to? And I can just review my whole conversation with them or ask them questions. And it's reviewing the whole thing and just going to answer the question. So like so I don't just have the transcript. Now I get to search the transcript for what they said. And it's doing that now, but while I can come over here while it's doing that, and I can make an infographic. Do I want it portrait, landscape, square, detailed? What do I want it about? But I'm just going to let it generate. Okay. This the other house, the seller refers to a specific other house that they have fallen in love with and they feel they need. They've already taken steps to secure this home, noting that they have a check delivered to the potential seller. So I guess we were already in motion for their purchase. But why is speaker 3 anxious about the other house? I could just click that. Oh, what's the plan for the cats during the showings? Like it's prompting me for other questions in there too. But here, now this will generate the video, so I can come in here and go to custom, and it's going to take all the information, and I can just go make the cartoon about cats with wearing bathrobes. Focus on how they're going to sell their house and their stress and anxiety. And I generate, and it's going to make me a video like that. Reports, I can come to pull reports, and it will make me reports if I want. This is an immensely powerful tool that you can do so much with to drop into other stuff. You want to test? You want to make flashcards and test yourself? You want a slide deck? Make a slide deck. I'm just going to generate it and see what happens. And data table, good, fine, data table.
But this is just from the Claude, right? Like this is
I just dropped this one thing from Claude. I can make a mind map.
And you dropped it into Notebook LM.
Notebook LM. That's it. And here we go. It made this.
Wow.
The aggressive relaunch, a real estate sales game plan. And look, we called this the rocket ship. We're on the rocket ship, and it stuck little rocket ships in there. Here's the mind map. Reduce stress plan. Current options. What do we price? Yeah, current price options, 950 or be aggressive with 900. Strategic goals, generate competition, and so. Oh, I guess I didn't realize I could hit that button and it'll bring me to the portion of the conversation that we said that. And so on. So imagine you just take one of these. Hey, after your conversation, like later that night or an hour later, you dropped it in there, you make the thing, you like how it looks, or you can change how it looks or give it different directions, and you text it over to them, or you drop in ChatGPT, have your logo put on it, and you send it to them. You're a superstar.
What about all the nonsense that's in those? Because while you're like, let's be real, while I'm talking for the hour that it's supposed to be, I'm there for 4 hours, and
Yeah.
all personal bullshit's in there too. How do you get that out?
It will, you can tell it what to focus on or tell it what to leave out too.
Like, what do I say? Like, what would I say? Like, leave out all the personal bullshit?
Yeah, I mean, you can, let's say you want to make a video, right? And I've had this. I've had custom or whatever. Make this video strictly about the process of selling their house. Leave out all the bad things I said about Sandy. And it won't bring up what I've said about me.
Now put in all the bad things I said.
And that's that. Yeah, that'll do it.
I'm gonna steal Rob's plot.
Yeah, you should.
He doesn't use it. At least I don't think.
Well, that would be a great thing for him to use, I would think.
I bought him one and he bought himself one. Once Pete told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
You should just turn it on and stick it to him before he leaves the house, and then download his whole day and stick it in Notebook LM when he comes home.
You get a nice summary.
Be like, he double booked 8 appointments.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look. And so like it said tactic. So I hit that button in the mind map, and it brought me to part of that conversation. Aggressive pricing to create perceived value. The agent advocates for an aggressive price reduction, dropping to 900,000 rather than a consecutive one to shock the market. A significant drop 100. So I got him to drop 100K, and by the way, I think we got 950, so it came up 50. The effect, the approach will make buyers feel as though they have $100,000 of free money, prompting those who were looking at higher price points to flood in and compete. The seller notes that lowering the price will bring a different sector of buyers who might have previously felt priced out. Leveraging time and availability, the reset narrative, and on and on. So these are all the things I did in order to walk someone through why we should lower the price 6 figures. So it's also important to know, like you can go back and go, what did I actually say? So that you don't trip on what you said. All right. Are we good?
Think we're good. This is what I'm working on, is the Notebook LM for the next meeting.
Okay.
The plot in the Notebook LM is going to be where I focus. When is our next meeting?
Probably in 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right. Come back with some new
Excited.
tools.
Okay, that's my goal. That is my 2-week goal, is to work on the Notebook LM. And to send these, after doing the plot, to send follow-up storyboards to the clients to stand
Awesome.
out.
All right. Cool, guys.
I think it would be really good to use them for presenting offers too.
That's a good idea. You'd have to put in, I guess yeah, I would play with that. Like maybe have a conversation, drop that in, or just tell her what the offer is, the outline of why it's a great offer. Every way you might present it on the phone, put it in there so you can send it with the presentation. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Especially with the escalation clause, because so many times we get the people that go back and go, well, we just want your highest and best, and they don't understand how the seller and buyer both benefit from it.
Right.
So that's what I wanted. Maybe if I did it in a cartoon, it would come across better.
It's a good idea.
I'm going to play with it. Working on it now. Lexi, let's do a practice one. Come on down.
Come on down. All right, guys.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.